Are you wanting to create a highly prosperous photography business doing what you love? Or maybe you have a great business already and want to up your game? Then you're in the right place. Master craftsman photographer Luci Dumas and her guests are here to support you on your journey. Now here's your hostess and tour guide, Luci.
Marketing takes a day to learn and a lifetime to master. And that's a quote by Phil Coulter. So hello again, everyone. I have something different that I'm going to be doing for the next several episodes on alternate Wednesdays from when I'm having coaching clients or a bigger teaching program. And what I'm doing is a series of sort of mini classes. So these won't be as long as my normal 45-minute to an hour. And so first of all, did you know that I have a 7-step guide on my website that helps you learn how to attract ideal clients? You can download that at lucidumascoaching.com/gift. Luci with an I, of course. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be covering these 7 topics verbally so that you can download, you can read it, but also hear it in a different way from me. So here we are, day 1 on this. And here's what I have to say about marketing. I know I feel like I'm jumping in the middle of a stream or a jump rope with my side pony today. So I'm just going to jump right in. So what do you need to know about marketing, first of all? First of all, you want to know it's part of the big picture. It's part of the formula that can have you doing what you love for people that you love and income that you love. You can market like crazy, but if you don't know how to book the sale and do the sale or do the photography, marketing is worthless. But you can be the best photographer in the world, and if no one finds you or understands what they've found, then you're not going to have the success that you want. So that's where this comes in, is I'm wanting you to have an overall picture of like, how do you market? And this applies not just to photography, but I think almost every other business can use these same principles. And if they're successful, they are using them. That's my opinion. So in our industry, some of the marketing actions, like I'm going to list a bunch, so take some notes here. Facebook ads, giveaways, displays, referral programs, networking, newsletters, direct mail, ads in magazines, possibly TV or radio spots. All of those can be very successful or a flop and a waste of money. And the question is, why is that? Why can't we just do a thing and then people just go crazy wanting what we have? Well, maybe we're not taking the big picture marketing into account, that there's things we need to do before we do actual actions, actual actions. And so what do we need to know? So these are actions and intentions that have to start way before you put your marketing plans together. I mean, the worst thing people can do is just randomly try something without knowing who they're marketing to and what their products are and how to sell and so forth. So I think I've made my point with that. So I'll shift on to the next thing. So we need to learn how to recognize and find people that will love. Did I say that enough times? Our work and the experience that we provide for them. People that are delighted to work with us and want to refer us and come back over and over again. And so here we go with topic number 1 for today. Number 1, who are you? Before we dig into what you're selling or who you're marketing to, you need to know more about yourself. One of the things that happens a lot when I meet somebody, and I met someone last night at Professional Photographers of San Diego County, and I asked him, "What do you do?" And he almost said everything. And then he did fish in there and say, "I do this, this, and this." And so what happened? What happened was when he did that, I got a clearer picture of who he is. And if I was going to refer him, or if I ran across someone who was looking for, I'm trying to remember, he does, it wasn't sports, but looking for what he offers, I'm like, I met someone. So, how do we understand who we are? Why is that important? So, the first step is really exploring what we want to sell, what our zone of genius is, what lights us up that we would do for free if we didn't need the money. So think about that. Think of your history, other jobs, things you enjoyed as a child. I have always loved kids. I babysat. I worked in a children's store, never got tired of the children. Love to have kids. Like I'm like every kid's Aunt Lucy. And I also, my dad was a pastor, and I loved weddings, partly because when I was about 5, he photographed the one rich person in our town's daughter's wedding, and it was glorious. And it was a fairy tale. And from that point on, weddings were just something that I loved. I still, true confession, I watch Say Yes to the Dress, which is a show. If you're not from around these parts, if you haven't heard of it, there's a dress shop in New York, and they cover the process of a woman finding her wedding dress. Because I still love wedding dresses, and I still love that. I don't know, there's just something magical about it. So in thinking about that, I realized, okay, I could start photographing children or weddings. And I realized it was easier to jump right in and start booking and selling and being a great wedding photographer, because it's a built-in need for a photographer. So while I love children, I set that to the side and I went all in with marketing, learning, networking. And within 3 years, I was making a full-time, great living and getting to be at the top of the food chain within a few more years, money-wise and skill. Then I began to become less excited about weddings. And so I started switching and growing the children's business and becoming known for that. Now, why do I think it's important to ask the question, what would I do for free? And the answer, so recently I had a family member get married, and I did not do the wedding. I really didn't want to, and they were not able to budget for me anyway. But I just loved helping the photographer, who was grateful. It was his first one, and the opportunity to just capture things during the day. So, like, I was excited. And so I guess I still love weddings. It's just the business of a wedding was not my ideal. And there's something else I just realized, because in case you haven't heard, I have a wonderful vacation rental above my garage in a historic neighborhood in San Diego. Recently, one of my listeners actually booked and stayed here, and it was so fun to spend a week with her, talking photography, meeting her wonderful family. But anywho, my job before being a photographer, I ran a little business in the airport, exchanging currency and selling travel insurance. And it just dawned on me that the person who loved working in the airport and being around travelers, both international and people leaving, and giving them advice on if they were new travelers, telling them things to do in San Diego. That same side of me absolutely loves having this vacation rental and welcoming people to my neighborhood, which is so fun, and which is just a mile or two away from downtown San Diego, the harbor, Balboa Park, the zoo. So the point of that, sharing that, is when you learn who you are, it's much easier to focus your attention, your business, and your marketing to just let people know, sorry, when we do that, we get to build a business that's we're going to love and is sustainable and attracts the people that we want to work with because we're having fun with it, because it's something we love to do. Okay, is that all I need to know? So the next sort of piece of discovering who we are is to then brand ourselves so that our potential clients know who we are. And so we'll scare off the people that are not who we're looking for. And then we'll attract those that are really comfortable and want what we do. So that is it for now. If you're interested in anything about me and coaching, go to lucidumascoaching.com, and I would love to hear from you and have you tell me what you love and who you are, what your identity is that would attract people to you. Because the truth is, there's only one of each of us. And I think primarily as artists and creatives and business people, we are primarily selling the experience of us. Now, if you have a big studio, then who we are is going to be a part of that, though we are not as personally evident in the business, but it's going to have the flavor, because if the business is around, like if you don't like children, then you're probably not going to shine building a children's photography business, whether it's artist focused or whether it's a bigger studio, unless other people photograph for you in that. But anyway, being authentic, discovering your authenticity, that is what I highly recommend. Okay, that is it for now. Is there anything else I'm supposed to tell you? Just stay tuned. In 2 weeks, we'll get to the next one, which is who are our ideal clients? Who are we looking for? So stay tuned for that.
You have been listening to The Highly Profitable Photographer with Luci Dumas. If you've enjoyed this podcast, please rate, subscribe, review, and share. To connect one-on-one and learn more about our coaching programs, just go to lucidumascoaching.com. Until next time, go have fun photographing and selling your work.